Check it out, coming at you with another video. This video I'll be deadlifting, and in this deadlifting video I'm just going to kind of dissect my form and just go through how I'm feeling and what's going on. So here I'm warming up with just a couple of 45s, just 135 pounds on the bar, which is not challenging at all, but the hardest part about it is just figuring out where to be, and deadlift is probably my most troubling movement. I love deadlift a lot, but it just seems that I can never find a comfortable spot to be for form and what feels right. If you've ever deadlifted before, you know that once you get a good rep in that feels right, that's when you know your form is on point. It just feels right. So this whole workout, nothing felt right. So as you can see, if you watch me pull, as soon as I pull, I start pulling from my lower back first. It almost seems like instead of being a push through the legs and then follow through with the glutes to extend through the hips, it seems like it's just all coming from my lower back. And so I'm just trying to work up in weight and just trying to find the right spot. I tried hips a little bit higher, I've tried hips a little bit lower. I feel like generally if you just looked at me real quick, you'd just say, oh yeah, back is flat, hips are lower than shoulders, braced, everything looking good. Bar path is decent, but if we look at it it just still doesn't feel right. And if you look at it closer, this is actually my first working set. I'm supposed to do 8 sets of 3 reps, and since this is only 320 pounds, 3 reps is pretty easy for me. So I just did every minute on the minute. I knocked out my 3 reps, which was much more challenging. It was very good for me. I didn't want to wear a belt on this, and actually I originally just filmed this just so I could look at my form. I didn't even plan on posting this, but if you look at my form, as soon as I pull, it just comes straight from my lower back. My lower back is already rounded, and I don't think I'm engaging my glutes as much as I could be. And the reason why that I say this is just because I just deadlifted yesterday. This video is a little older, I'm recording it a little later, but I just deadlifted yesterday and just kind of played around with my technique a little bit more, and it made so much more sense. So what I did, so as you can see, it's almost kind of like I'm pulling straight from the lower back and I have to pull the bar into me. It's almost like the bar is out in front too much, and then I start getting rounded at the shoulders, rounded at the back. So what I did to adjust it is I dropped my hips a lot lower, almost to the point where it almost feels like I don't have enough power. I dropped my hips a lot lower and then pushed my knees more forward. So I don't know if you can see, but my shins are almost vertical when I pull, and my hips are too far back. So I feel like that's causing bad leverage to all of the pull to just, instead of coming from the legs and the glutes, it's coming from the lower back. So that's how I adjusted it, and it felt so good yesterday as far as the pull and adjusting my form. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna put out another video about form and everything like that, all the cues that I've learned. But after that, I did some accessory work. RDLs usually make my lower back really tight, so I did a little bit of a variation. And so what I did is I put a band on the pole and put the band around my hips, and then did an RDL with the band pulling me backwards, which was a really, really cool feeling. It just helps to get my glutes to fire better. And then also you can see that I have the slingshot hip circle around the top of my knees, so I can push my knees out, so I can split the floor apart a little bit more. So I'm trying to get as much glute activation as possible, because that is definitely my biggest weak point in my overall development of my muscular system is glutes, and I feel like that is a lot of people. So here you can see I'm just using a light kettlebell. I think this is a 40-pound kettlebell. It's nothing too challenging. I'm just trying to get a feel for the movement. So I added another kettlebell on the opposite hand and just doing I think that's a 50-pound kettlebell, and then I think it's a 44, and then a 53-pound kettlebell. So I still have the hip circle. This is a second set, and I stepped out a little bit further so the band is pulling me harder backwards, and so that I have to drive my hips through a little bit more aggressively, but still trying to just keep my back flat. And this did not make my back tight whatsoever. So if your back gets kind of tight on deadlifts or RDLs, maybe try this out. That way your glutes fire better. And I don't know, I really liked it. I wasn't crazy sore. I probably will use a barbell the next time I do this so I can go heavier, because it wasn't that challenging. Oh my gosh, you can see my belly sticking out. Look at that. So gross. That's alright. That's my forever bulk, 2017 bulk coming out. Showing. Yeah, I'm just showing Sterling. Showing Mr. Sterling what's up. But you can see just from the front how much tension the band is pulling my hips back. And then just trying to not overextend. So a lot of people when they do RDLs, they tend to lift their head too much and then like arch their lower back and lean back too much, and they think that they're using your glutes to do that. But you're actually just using your spine to like extend. So just extend through the hips. That's all you need to do. Try not to use don't raise the chest back or lean back or anything like that. That's it, you guys. That's the video. So thanks for watching. Laters.